Hello, so welcome to Chemistry 101. The goal of this course is to get you prepared for Chem 105. And this video here is going to help you succeed in Chemistry 101. All right. Your Canvas page should look something like this. And on this Canvas page, we have everything that we should need to be able to succeed. We have a link here to the syllabus. So here in the syllabus, you can look through and see how the grading works. And I'll talk about all these things as we go through this video. We also have in this page links to the different chapters, which are here below. So if I go to chapter 1, I see the videos that are associated with this chapter. In each chapter, we have homework. Some chapters have homework videos, some won't, and there are other videos that you can watch to help you with homework chapters. But this video here, for example, is a video of doing homework problems. Okay, and the other videos on our list here. Whoops, sorry, we're going to watch it in here. The other videos within this chapter are actual lecture videos. And you can watch the lecture videos, and as you watch, after you watch a number of the lecture videos, you should be prepared to take this quiz. The quiz is on problems 1 through 30 and 1 through 44. And just watching the lecture videos might not be enough, or actually probably won't be enough. You also have to do some of the homework problems. And the homework problems that the quiz pertain to are identified in the name of the quiz. So this is quiz on problems 1.30 to 1.44. Okay, now I can go to the book, and I have a PDF version of the book here, and I can go to chapter 1 problems, and then I can look at the chapter 1 problems that pertain. So that was 130 to 144. All right, so we have blue problems and black problems in the book here. And the blue problems have answers in the back of the book. And so those are the ones that I take the quiz questions from. So the first quiz, for example, that we're looking at here, quiz 130 to 144, would be on number 130, 132, 134, 136, 138, and then 140 down there. Okay, so down here, yeah. So those would be the questions that I want to be able to answer and understand before I take this quiz. And then when I'm ready to take the quiz, I can click on here and I can go and take the quiz. So the quiz is usually just going to have 2 questions. There might or might not be a time limit. There's going to be, each question is worth 3 points or 2 points, depending on the quiz. And, but each quiz is worth 6 points altogether. And, when you take the quiz, well, there are actually 3 opportunities to take the quiz. So if you don't like how you performed, you can try to take quiz on chapter 1 through 130 to 144 a second time, and then even a third time if you want. Now you might want to save one of those times because there's no time limit for when it closes. So for example, if you take it twice and you still don't quite understand, you might want to wait until, I don't know, maybe after you have done chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, you can always go back and show that you understand what's going on and improve your quiz scores by taking those quizzes later. There's no time limit or no time frame for when the quiz is unavailable. It's going to be available all semester long. Okay, and that's the same with all of these quizzes. So right now, I could go and exams. I could go in and take this quiz on problems 623 to 635. But again, I only have 3 attempts to take it. So I want to make sure that I understand what I'm doing. And yeah, if I again want to wait my 3rd time to take it at the end of the semester when I really understand what's going on, that's a possibility. You can still do that. Okay. So within each chapter, you can skip to the chapter, and within each chapter, there are the quizzes that you want to be sure that you take before the semester is over. I don't have a strict time frame in which you're required to take the quizzes or the exams, as I mentioned. However, I do have suggested dates to help you stay on track. So the dates for Chapter 4 are September 15th to September 25th. So within those 10 days, you want to get through all the material here in Chapter 4. That's watching these lecture videos, taking this quiz, watching this one, taking this quiz. And again, I should mention that before you take the quiz, you're probably going to want to do some of those homework problems so that you know how to do the quiz, right? There's no homework, there's no points associated with doing homework specifically. The points are only going to be received when you actually take the quiz, all right? Okay, so the suggested dates, right, are there for you. But if you've already taken chemistry before in high school and you understand this stuff and you find it's kind of easy, you're welcome to move through and free yourself up for other classes. If you find that it's not as easy as you thought, or things are rough for you, it's not going to be terrible if you get left behind. You can catch up, but you got to be careful, because if you get to the end of the course and you haven't got through chapters 9 and 10, and then the course is over, you're going to be in a bad situation, right? Okay. As far as exams, there are 4 midterm exams, right? This is an example of a midterm exam. You click on the exam, and it's very similar to the quizzes, but for the quizzes, or for the exam, there's going to be 40 questions and only worth ½ a point each. You can still take the exam 3 different times, and you can save one of those times till the very end of the course when you feel like you really understand what's going on. Your best score will always be the one that's used for your grade. Okay, so some other things that we're going to be doing during the course that are worth points. All right, so I've already introduced to you the quizzes that are worth points, and everything on the home page that has a dot here, a bullet point like this, is worth points. So you want to make sure that you always pay attention to those things. I should put a dot here. I'll do that in just a second here. Yeah, everything that has a dot has points associated with it, so you don't want to you want to make sure that you always take advantage of those opportunities, get all the points you can, right? Office hour meetings here is something that we're going to do throughout the semester, so that I'm going to meet with you 10 minutes a week, 5 minutes on 2 different days, all right? So very short meetings. It's going to either be on Tuesday or on Wednesday, or then on Thursday or Friday, okay? So we're going to meet 2 times a week for 5 minutes, each person, okay? And you can schedule those office hour meetings in your calendar here. So in your calendar, you can, let's start from fresh scratch here. You go into your calendar, and then you go into the specific calendar for this class. And then once you click on the calendar, for this class, you can find an appointment, submit, and then after you've done that, you see that here on the 3rd and the 4th of August are slots for you to sign up for our 5-minute meeting. All right. Now, I only need to sign up for one of these slots, all right, because I only need to meet with we only need to meet together on either Thursday or Friday of each week, or Tuesday or Wednesday of each week. So this is for one slot. So if I click in here, I can click reserve, and then after I reserve that spot, it will remind me that I need to meet with my professor or whatever. Okay. Now, if you after you've scheduled a meeting, or maybe before you've scheduled a meeting, you want to make sure you fill out the form that we're going to discuss in that meeting. Okay, and this is what the form looks like. If you go in here to the office hour meetings form, these are the forms. There's 25 forms for the 25 times that we're going to meet throughout the semester. This one is for September 3rd or 4th, right? And so you click on here, and then this is what it looks like. And you can click on Submit Assignment when you're ready to fill out the form. But essentially what the form is going to do is it's going to contain, whoops, this is from before, so it's going to look like this when you start. And it's going to have these 3 questions for you. And if I were you, I would just copy and paste these questions right in here. And then you can answer these 3 questions. They're always the same 3 questions. What chapter are you studying right now? So I say I'm on chapter 5. How are you learning the best? I'm going to say, you could say the videos, the tutors, the book, reading the book. I already knew it from high school, whatever. So I'm just going to say tutors here. Okay. And then what chapters do you know how to solve problems? I should be, if I'm on chapter 5, this should be chapter 1 to 5, right? Because I should be able to do those problems. And then after you're done with this, you click Submit Assignment. Okay. And then when we meet in our meeting, I'm going to pull up your answers here and we're going to discuss. You can also include anything else you want to in here that you want to remind yourself to discuss. You can copy and paste specific problems. So maybe I have a problem that I don't understand. So if I had a problem from the book that I didn't understand, I could paste that in here as well. So to make sure that that's something that we go over in our meeting when we meet together. Okay. Now this is only a 5-minute meeting. So if I look at that and I say, oh, I don't have enough time for that, I'll tell you to schedule a different time, and we'll have more time later on, different time. And you can always email me and say, hey, I want to meet and talk about anything, and we can do that. But this is what you're going to want to do to prepare for our 5-minute meetings that we're going to do twice a week. Okay? All right. So I've introduced to you where we find the syllabus. And let's go over some specifics here in the syllabus now. Your homework, there's about 28 quizzes, and each one's worth 6 points. That's a little more than 160 points, but it's going to be out of 160 points. We're going to meet 25 times in our office hours. Those are worth 10 points each, those meetings. I think that they're going to be the most valuable indicator of your learning, is us being able to meet together, and I'm going to be able to ask you how things are going and ask you specifics about questions and find out if you really are learning, okay? These aren't going to be difficult to start with, all right? And they never have to be difficult as long as you're keeping up. But this is going to be the major part of the class grade because it's the time that I'm going to be able to tell whether you're learning or not. The homeworks should be pretty easy. They might not be easy the first time or maybe the second time, but you do have 3 chances to take them. Exams, again, they're going to be basically the homework questions, but there's more of them, right? But you do have 3 chances to take them, so hopefully if you're learning the material, the exams should be pretty straightforward. Final exam, same thing. But these office hour meetings are critical. And I'm just going to be the one who determines what the score is. And I want to be as liberal as possible, as easy as possible. And I'll ask you, what do you think your score should be for this office hour meeting? And oftentimes I'll take your ideas into consideration in terms of your scores. Okay, so that's where all of our points are going to come from. Because, well, this is the grading scale that I have set right now, right? And I think that this is going to be a grading scale that works for us, but things might change. You see that a C is around 75%, but to get an A, you need to get 96%. And I think that will give us a good distribution. I think that most of us will be up in this region. Okay, so let's see what else we want to discuss. This here is a link to chat with the tutors, all right? As soon as I know what the tutor schedule is, and it will be a sign-up sheet that you can go in and sign up for a specific time. And there will also be just kind of open hours for when you can kind of log in. As soon as I know those hours, I will send them out, or I'll actually put a link here as well to that sign up sheet and that information. But this is a very valuable way to learn information. Learn how to do problems, learn chemistry, right? Interacting with tutors. All right. So that, I think, explains most of, if not everything, of how we are going to learn chemistry this semester. So now I have some questions for you, but you're not around, so I have a friend to help me. He's going to be taking this class too. His name's Fred. Want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Fred.
Oh, good. Nice to meet you, Fred. You're going to take this class?
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
All right. Have you taken chemistry before?
A little bit, I think. Something before, you know.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm going to ask you some questions, Fred, okay?
Okay.
So, let's see, Fred. When does the first quiz close? Quiz 1 on problems 1 through 30 to 1 through 44.
When does it close?
Yeah, when's the last time you can take it?
Let's see, it says suggested dates, chapter 1, September 4th?
No.
Oh, yeah, you said that the quiz is always open.
That's right. Not just chapter 1 quiz or quizzes from chapter 1, but all the quizzes are always going to be open all semester long. The only limitation is that you only have how many chances to take it?
3.
That's right, 3 chances to take the quiz. Very good.
And are you going to take the highest score?
That's right, I'll take the highest score. So 3 chances to take it, and whatever your highest score is. So even if you do all the quizzes a third time at the very end of the course, and you know all the first stuff because it's really easy now, you'll get a good grade, and or you can even, if you do that and don't get a good grade, you can still use the previous grades that were better, right? Okay, good. What about the exams?
What about them?
Well, when should you take the exams?
Do they close?
No, they don't. That's a good point. They don't close either. So you can take the exams at any time you want to as well. Again, you only have 3 chances to take the exams or to improve your scores. But I also have included a suggested date for taking each exam. And I would suggest that you take this exam September 15th. So looking back at these suggested dates, the 1st to the 4th, sorry, the 2nd to the 4th, you should be done with chapter 1. And then the 4th to the 8th, you should be working on chapter 2. And then at the 8th, you should be done with chapter 2. And then from the 8th to the 15th, working on chapter 3, and then done with chapter 3 on the 15th and take exam 1 on the 15th. Now, are those dates that you have to follow?
No, they're just suggestions, right?
That's right. They're just suggestions. Very good. Okay. What other kind of information do you need to know?
I don't understand how the homework works.
Okay, that's a good question. Here's the homework. Okay. And the homework is just you preparing for the quizzes. There's no specific spot in Canvas that you go and do homework. What you want to do is just get the book, and you can go to the syllabus here and find out what the book is, right? Here's the book right here. This is the required text, okay? I think this is available even online as a PDF. It's very cheap. It only costs about $5 to buy online, but if you want to find the PDF, I think it's out there as well, okay? Don't tell anybody I told you that, but it's an older version, and I keep it an older version so that students don't have to pay a lot of money for it, okay? So you go to the text, and here's my PDF version of it. you go to the text and you find the questions that you need to understand how to do for the given quiz you're interested in. So let's say I am interested in looking at, I'm in chapter 3. I've been working on chapter 1 and 2, and I'm done now. And I'm in chapter 3 now. I watched these videos, and now I need to look and take this quiz. What problems should I study for to take this quiz?
369 to 379.
Very good. 369 to 379. So I can go in here, look at problems 369 to 379. Here's 361, 371, 373. Now, did you catch what problems specifically will be on the exam or on the quizzes?
Did you say the blue problems?
That's right. The blue problems here. Now, why did I choose those ones?
Because the answers are in the back of the book.
Very good. The answers are in the back of the book. So if you're stuck, you should be able to get there. Okay, understand what the answer is. Now, on some of the chapters, I have a link here at the top that says the chapter homework. Now here, whoops, I don't want to go out of the thing here. You can go out into YouTube and watch it. But in the link that says homework, what it is it's me doing homework with, with you, Fred, right?
Yeah, I know.
Ready to do some homework? All right, chapter 3. Number 369. The chemical substance in the natural gas is a compound called methane. CH4.
I look very handsome, don't I?
Yes, you do. All right, so this video here, chapter 3 homework, is me solving problems with you and me working together to solve the homework problems. So if you try the homework problems and you don't know how to do them, you can turn here and try to figure them out. If you enlarge it, then you can see a little bit better what the chapter is that we're working on, right? You can see what number we're working on. And if you want to kind of fast forward through the video to get specifically to the problem that you're after, you can just look at that number there and do that. Does that make sense, Fred?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, very good. So, again, that's not all the chapters, but some of the chapters we'll have the homework, and I have other videos as well that I'll provide if I can't get through all the homework before the end of the semester. Okay, so how much is homework worth? How much points do you get for doing homework?
You don't get points for doing homework, right?
That's right. You don't get points for doing homework. How do you get your points then?
Well, you do the homework to prepare for the quiz, and the quiz gives you the points.
Yeah, that's right. The quiz gives you the points. Very good.
What if I open the quiz and just look at the problems and then go and look at how to do them in the homework and then reopen the quiz and take it?
You can try that. That's not bad. It wastes one of your tries, and you only get 3, right? It wastes one of your tries, or uses one of your tries. And also, the quiz might not be the same when you open it the second time, because it chooses various problems from question banks. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Very good. Okay, so, yeah, that's it. I can't think of any other questions. Maybe we should talk about office hour meetings one more time.
Okay.
So, what are office hour meetings?
We're going to meet at, what time is it?
Well, it just depends on your schedule, right? So you go to the calendar here, and you go to Find Appointment, and you choose our course calendar, all right? And then we find the date that we need to meet. And remember, we need to meet once. Everybody needs to meet. You and me, Fred. We need to meet once on Tuesday or Wednesday for 5 minutes, and then once on Thursday or Friday for 5 minutes.
Every Tuesday, Wednesday, every Thursday, Friday?
That's right. All right. So this is August. If I go to September here, I have Thursday and Friday. Oh, sorry, that's the beginning That's oh, this is September. Sorry, this is September. That was September here. This is the bottom of September, the top of August, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's September, 3rd or 4th, and then the next time we have to meet is either the 8th or the 9th, all right? And then after we do that, I'll set up meeting times for the 10th and the 11th as well, okay? So you can go in and choose the time that you want to meet with me. So if you want to go in here and say, I want to reserve this time, you reserve it there, and then when we meet, where do we meet?
I don't know. How do we meet?
That's a good point. We didn't talk about how we meet. So let's go back to our home page here. In our home page, we have conferences. And here in conferences, there will be an office hour conference always going on from 3 to 4 p.m. on Tuesday through Friday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? And so when it's your time, you want to come during your time, okay? If you come and it's not your time, I probably won't be able to be available to you. If you want to come and if you want to meet with me at a different time, just email me and we'll get together in a conference as well.
So they're in conferences, huh?
That's right, in conferences. And the conference link here is where you'll click and you'll be able to go in and see the conference. Let me set one up for an example. Okay, so when I click on conferences, it's going to look something like this. It's going to say new conferences in progress, and I just click join. And when I click join, then I'll be able to hook up my microphone, everything I need to hook up to make sure that I can communicate well. And this should be something that you should practice. You should make sure you know how to hook up and communicate well online. And I'm not going to be, I think this is something we should be able to do. So I'm not going to have time to help you figure out how to get online. You're going to have to do that. We can't do it in the conference itself. If you want to do that at a different time, you can email me and we can figure that out, practice. But yeah. So after you're in the conference, we should be able to communicate and have our 5-minute meeting. Go over the form that you filled out. Okay. Very good. So I think that's everything. I think we've explained everything about how the course is going to work. All right. I'll remind you that you don't necessarily want to watch the homework before you look at these videos. I put this up here because I wasn't sure exactly where the best place to put it was, but you want to watch these course videos, and then after you've watched these course videos, then you'll be prepared to take the quiz after you've studied the homework, right? Okay, very good. Well, thanks, Fred. It was nice talking with you about the course. Are you excited?
Excited? It's chemistry.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's kind of hard, but do you think you'll learn?
I might.
All right. Okay, well, we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.